Let's make your job easy.
Welcome to Eagle Review. Once again, proudly sponsored by Kennards Hire. Ben Roberts.
Hi.
Nothing better than doing a sports show when your team goes 7-1.
Yes.
Happy days,
Morale
indeed.
is high.
Isn't it just? Shannon Hearn won the toss, kick with the breeze. Two late goals from GWS really quelled that momentum and run that they have, although GWS gave away 2 free kicks in that first quarter to give us those 2 goals. West Coast, elite in their second quarters, Benny. The top of the ladder, 7-1. And they went into the breeze as well to do it this time and managed to gain the ascendancy. In fact, they scored them 7-3 in the breeze for this game. The kicking efficiency in the second quarter was out of control, on fire. Then we were able to hang on to a lead. GWS got within 5 points at one stage, but the boys just put the foot down and said, see you later, another 4 points.
I thought it was a very mature performance. That was the word that came to my mind thinking about it on the plane on the way home. Mature. And watching it a second time, it was the contested ball. We were down in the first half. Turned that around and won in the second half when they had the lead. But they held it by maintaining strength in the contest, and it was a great display. I think 7 of their 12 goals inside 30 metres. You know what that means? Deep entries, and that allows them to push up behind the ball, get the pressure on, and keep it in there and score. So the pressure was up, won that stat comfortably, and they were able to get deep entries and pressure the GWS guys into errors, turnover, score. How's your father?
The Giants' injuries no doubt would have played a role on the day. You got Whitfield going down to the rooms for an extended time. De Boer with the hammy, he was gone. And Phil Davis, their inspirational leader back there, copping a nasty Jack Darling elbow. He's doing it all from both ends, Jack Darling, at the moment. But the Eagles' firepower certainly rose to the challenge. Gaffey, 32 touches at 81%. Great clip.
Must be said. Every time a guy gets a report that he's crook and no good, he comes out and crushes it. So keep him coming.
Exactly. Redden continues to shine with the increased workload. Tom Barras stepped in well when Gov moved out, played that sweeping role back there. In fact, all back 6 defensive players played extremely well, but Jack Darling, what a game. We're just tired of talking about the kid at the moment, but this was one of his...
Give him a spell. He keeps playing well.
It's his own fault, really.
Yeah.
In all Australian touch, it's got to be said. Those mitts, mate, they are sticking like anything at the moment.
He's confident, and he's just got the mix right. Mentally, physically, he's going beautifully, Jack. Another game to talk about. 4 snaggers, all in the first half. Should have finished with more, but we've said that a number of times this year. Should have had more than that.
Tomlinson having absolute horrors on him in the first half. Didn't want to get near it.
Yeah, tough. I mean, how would you say if someone tapped you on the shoulder and said, play on Jack this week?
No problem.
Goodness gracious. 12 score involvements, 3 score assists. So he's kicked 4. He's missed 3, I think, 4-3. And he's dished off 3 everywhere. 9 marks, 5 inside 50. So he's getting up and back. Nearly 300 metres gained, if you don't mind. And as I said, 4 snaggers. Best on ground, despite probably not having the same influence in the second half, he set it up when it was there to be won. So Jack firing on all cylinders.
What's most impressive is that you're 7-1 and you've ended up blooding 6 debutants already in 2018. 7 if you count Archie for a club debutant. I mean, most sides doing that are 1-7, and we've gone the polar opposite. So that's the best. Ainsworth, the latest to come on board. Awesome to see him in the CBD. How many debutants get the first kick of the game, you reckon?
Yeah, I know. It was great to see. First clearance wasn't his best kick, it must be said. Well, at that point, it was his best kick. But it was not a great start, but he followed up 8 tackles. 8 tackles on debut. The only person on the ground who had more than that was Hutchie with 9, so nearly a game high. Fantastic stuff from young Braden. And Archie was pretty good out there as well. He looked comfortable, as we know he was going to be. He's played the game before. He's a midfielder and a forward. He does a bit of everything. 5 tackles, 7 marks, so he does it on the ground. When he doesn't have the footy, in the air. 21 disposals. That's exactly the sort of game I think. Maybe he did kick a point. I reckon that's exactly the sort of game they're going to want from Archie. A little bit of time in the middle, a little bit of time up forward, about 20 touches, a lot of marks, a lot of tackles, and maybe 1 or 2 goals here and there. And I think that's a great start for him, and long may it continue.
A few satirical comments about, Yo should have got a week, or should get a week on the Dylan Shield tackle. Obviously tongue-in-cheek, but what a cracker this was. Only minor differences between that and Nick Nat. I mean, they're going to be there, and you can see that they're minor, but they're there.
I think, well,
the similarities are there.
We've got to be careful, Stephen. We're always cautious here at The View. The legal team, very cautious at the review.
Who's that, the cleaner?
No, we don't have one.
Right.
We had to let the cleaner go.
Gotcha.
Budget cuts. I think he did everything he could, Yowie, to limit any damage. I mean, I genuinely think there's nothing in that.
I think his head's still buried in the turf at the moment. Speaking of shaking up some of the opposition stars, what about Duggo's hit on Jeremy Cameron in the opening 5 minutes of the game? Wasn't that handy?
What about last week when Duggo tried to iron someone out and he came off second best? How about Duggo's conviction to back himself in and go again, and this time deliver.
That's what happens when you get the roast. You stand up and you make a difference.
Don't say that we don't make a difference at match committee, because we do.
Brad Sheppard, how about his 12 kicks going at 100% efficiency, 11 handballs at 91% efficiency? That is the Midas touch.
I reckon, is he winning the BNF at this stage?
He's up there. He's up there.
Podium at least. He's going well.
Absolutely. This touch on the line impressed me the most. Won't get any credit for the stats there, but that was a difference maker.
Desperation. Do you know what I did like? Willie Rioli. Jeez, exciting. How about that little mark he took running back? The push-off and then the little balance ball thing happened.
The push-off was the cleverest part about it because he wasn't facing the right way and still knew where the protected space was.
Just to have the awareness to find the body and make good contact, enough to then push on, great stuff. He's a wizard. Hey,
nothing better than kicking a goal when you've missed the previous 5 or 6.
Cripper, now did you know, and everyone at home, all 3 of you, 5 now actually, we're going all right. Summer, the all-time record for West Coast Eagles in a game missing before kicking a goal was 6. So when Cripper had the shot from 50 at a clutch moment, he was facing the record. That's running through his mind, no doubt. Plus, on the verge of 150, a lot of pressure.
150 goals.
150 goals, career goals. Congratulations, because he nailed it. Absolutely nailed it under pressure. Great stuff from Cripper. Gee, 0-6 isn't a good look. My fantasy team hurt a little bit. Could have enjoyed a few more goals from Cripper. But apart from that, another good game from Cripper. He's going well too.
Glad he got up for you, mate. Let's go to the Kennards roast of the round now. Only a few to get through. It was a pretty clean game on the weekend. What about Callan Ward going full point break, skydiving in midair? The umpires fall for it. Mate, it's his 200th game, but even still, Gaffey's attempted this in the opening term and you were wise to it. You've got to just let that one go. That's cost Shep a goal. He would have been flat as anything. What about these two absolute mung kicks going back-to-back hitting targets? Oh my goodness, that will never happen again. Move on.
I cannot believe I'm about to describe the person I'm about to describe with the word mung, kick, shank, anything like that. Shannon Hearn, running at world...
Is that a typo? No?
No, Shannon Hearn.
Right, okay.
Did you write Shanks Hearn? Shanks Hearn. He's running at a world record for a season in terms of disposal efficiency, and he's done one of the worst kicks he's ever done. That is a shock. It is a flower bag in every sense of the word. How about this? The odds 4-1. Would you take those?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, well, how about this? Langdon doesn't mind those odds too, because he's defeating 4 Eagles and kicking snags.
We're going to roast JK for his drop mark when he was up and about, but imagine this would have been JK's mark of his career. He's taken a fair few in his 200-plus games. But imagine taking the best ever mark and it's been touched.
He doesn't take that many hangers, does he? Like he takes more on the lead stuff.
Crushing packs.
Works. Yep. Yeah. That would have been the high flying. That was the first time he'd have a chance to get on the poster for taking a hanger, and if he did, as you say, it would have been touched. Dreams crushed. He would have been inconsolable.
Correct. What about Jack Darling? We said he was marking everything coming in sight. He's beat 2 giants here. Even Tomlinson puts the head down going, oh, I can't believe I've let that go. What a moron I must be. And then in the end, the umpires accidentally made the wrong call, rectified it, and then they've all had a crack at the umpire. Yeah, no. But he marked it. Get your facts straight, will ya?
Yeah, no, he's a hard man to beat, and he's causing frustrations with defenders left, right and centre. Talk about frustrations. The press box... It was a comedy of errors. Waterman running into goal, handball over to Gaffey back to Waterman.
Forgot that Andrew Gaff has no right foot.
He has no right foot. Take it from me, he's a natural left footer. Jesus, they could have made a meal, very close to making a meal of that one.
I agree, but we're going to go with the winner. So the winner, we're going to give it to a bit of production crew out at Spotless Stadium.
I watched the game for the second time. Well, I was there, and then on the plane on the way home, watched the replay. Just take it all in again, just see if you notice anything you don't the first time. I thought we were experiencing turbulence like I haven't felt this year watching this. That camera, have you seen it?
Yeah, well, I thought Waterman was trying to talk to Lecker on the bench with tactics, but I don't know. I felt crook watching.
I genuinely thought, I was strapping in the seatbelt. I thought we were shaking up upstairs. No, the cameraman, what was he doing?
I don't know, but between him and old Heisenberg...
He's got a tripod.
Between him and old Heisenberg on the sidelines here, just texting away on his phone, just a couple of flat-out days from the production crew. Lift your form, boys.